I'm Chris Castillo, redshirt freshman. I'm on the Boise wrestling team.
Do you find it difficult to balance your sport and school?
Yeah, I find it very difficult. I feel like, balancing, a sport, any sport here in Boise or in any college is going to be difficult because you're always, have 2 practices a day. You're constantly doing things. You never have time for yourself or to actually study, put full commitment into doing your studies or your sport. So you're always having to balance that. And I feel for myself that coming in as a freshman last year, I felt it was difficult, especially that first semester because I really didn't. I knew sometimes there was times where I had homework. And I was like, just put it off, because I have to do this for wrestling, or I have morning practice tomorrow, so I better go to sleep early because I'm gonna feel tired tomorrow. So I would just put papers off or assignments, things like that.
So, obviously your social life takes a toll, but is your social life sacrificed? And if so, how has your social life changed from being in the sport?
I feel ever since I've been young, it's just been the same thing over and over, year after year. My social life since a little kid, I got to do the things that every other kid got to do. There's people that I'm like, man, you were deprived as a child, just because when I was growing up, I didn't know some things that other kids knew just because they were, had more time, watching TV or going out with friends, or what was new, new, because every weekend I was off to a wrestling tournament, or having to go work out to lose weight and things like that. So I feel that my social life has definitely changed with wrestling. I feel that time is one of the biggest things. I feel like there's some days where I wish I had more time, but then also I'm just I want to get to the day and I just want to get this over with. But there's not having homework and working out in the day. There's not enough time for that. There's not, especially as a college athlete. Being a college athlete is one of the hardest things, I think, just because you're not getting paid to do your sport, so you have to balance those 2 things out, school and sports, and you have to get good grades for able to to compete. So you gotta keep up on both those things, and I think that's pretty tough.
So I know you can't speak for everyone else, but for you, what usually takes priority, sports or school?
I feel that for myself, and I feel for others also that are in the sport, especially a sport where it's you're just you out there. I feel that the sport takes over just because you're constantly trying to get better. And you came to the school to get an education also, but you're here because someone recruited you to come play a sport or be good too. You have to be successful in there, or else you're not going to have the varsity spot. And just like me right now, don't have the varsity spot, and I'm just chasing after it. I feel just I've been in sports my whole life. I've been in wrestling my whole life, and I've always had something just there that I'm just I'm doing. So I feel that keeping me in shape is one thing. I feel that it's taught me it's built character. It's taught me mental toughness, especially wrestling. It teaches you how to have heart, how not to give up, and that's also has to do with mental toughness and sacrificing for the sport and from the workouts, and just finding how you work, how your body works, and I feel that all those things have just motivate me more just to be a great wrestler. Yeah, I plan on pursuing wrestling for a couple more years after I graduate and get my degree here. And I feel if I'm gonna give it at least 3-4 years, see if I go anywhere. If I don't, then I'll probably stop and try to pursue something else in sports like MMA, mixed martial arts, UFC type stuff, and try to see if I could go anywhere with that also, just because it just flows right into that. And but if none of that works out, then I'm just gonna continue with whatever career I choose.
And a lot of athletes, their main goal is to give back to the sport. Do you think you'll coach wrestling or coach another sport?
Yeah, I feel definitely just with I like working with kids especially. I feel like just that's part of just being a wrestler. You know, you want to give back to that. You want to see others like just do the best that they can. Give back to the sport because it's some people say it's a dying sport, but I feel like it's not really a dying sport. I feel like there's people coming up that really want to see the sport, survive and succeed. And I feel like I can see myself as a coach. I'm studying health sciences, and yeah, I do. I plan on hopefully one day becoming a chiropractor or a physical therapist or something along those lines. I've always thought myself to be like someone to help others, and hopefully I can do that through that. And since a kid, I always wanted to become a chiropractor, so hopefully that becomes real, and I continue with that.
Okay. Are you ever overwhelmed with balancing school and your sport?
Yeah, I feel like the balance is just. I feel like the coaches, they kind of understand, but then also they want you there and practice every day. They tell you take your time off. You need it for for school or something. But I feel like they kind of pressure you to be there every single day, putting your time in, putting extra time in just to get better for the sport. And I feel that just especially when you're just coming in and you're still pretty new, it's really overwhelming. And in college, school, it's not like high school or how it was before, where the teacher helped you out, really wanted you to pass the class or wanted you to get a good grade. It's not you don't get that one-on-one really in these big lecture classes. So I feel that's tough. I feel that it's overwhelming. Especially when you're having to being you're getting done right from class and you're having to jog down to practice because you don't want to be late, or other way around. You're getting out of class or getting out of practice and you're jogging over, not wanting to be late for class. I feel that Boise State does a great job helping student athletes balance school and sports. They have a pre-co center here, which is basically it's like just a student homework hall to allow you to log in hours for sport. Every freshman and then kids that aren't doing so well in school have to log in a certain amount of hours. For the rest of the team, it's 8 hours, depending on your GPA. For different teams, it's more or less, depending on your team rules. And I feel each team has their own academic advisor to choosing classes, making sure you're on top of things, making sure you have your planner filled out, and things like that. The older you get, the closer you get with those academic advisors, and it's easier to go in there and just talk to them, kind of building that relationship with them. And I think that's when you're a freshman, you're kind of scared going in there and you're like, oh man, I have to go and see my academic advisor. But this year coming as a freshman, which is basically a sophomore, I feel like it was a lot easier just talking to them and getting to know just the faculty and things like that. So I feel like it's a really good job.
All right, thank you for your time.